I think every actor has to be a theatre actor first.
Yeah. So you grew up in Delhi and you were a math teacher.
Maths teacher.
And how did you start acting? Like what happened?
ऐसे मेरा बाप मुझसे परेशान था कि यार पढ़ा लिखा आदमी कहाँ क्या कर रहा है ये, तेरी जीन्स फटती जा रही है, क्या हो रहा है ये मैंने इंटरव्यू में बोला था कमीने में, मैं बोला सर विशाल जी ने मुझे रोल दिया और वो पहली बार बंगाली को गैंगस्टर दिखाया कि गोली वोली मार रहा है बंगाली, और ये सब मेरे सीनियर थे, नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी सब मीरा रोड में थे तब, कहीं ना कोई बाकी यार भाई सब उधारी पे चल रहा है, कोई कमा रहा है तो वो उसको दे रहा है, वो फिर इससे ले रहा है, फिर ये उसको दे रहा है, ये वाला चल रहा है.
So have you ever considered stand-up?
No, I've never actually.
You should. My dad says वो बेबे स्वेटर बुन रही है, अभी भी मेरा बाप बोलता है.
I'll write something where I can create the music
Oh
for
my God.
And that opened my eyes.
Yeah.
मीरा रोड स्टेशन भी होता के बाद मीरा रोड स्टेशन भी मैं कहीं बैठ के एक्टिंग करेगा, एक्टिंग कर रहे मैं बताता हूँ एक्टिंग क्या होती है, हैं? अरे यहीं पे यहीं मतलब मैं ज्ञान नहीं दे रहा हूँ, ज्ञान ना समझे आप इस बात को, मैं अपना एक्सपीरियंस बता रहा हूँ, आप जो आपका मन है आप करें, बिल्कुल करें.
Hello and welcome to Topiary Studios. We are launching a new series today called Soiree by Archana. And my first guest is a very dear friend of mine, actor, director, producer, writer, playwright, Chandan Roy Sanyal. Hello Chandan. Welcome to my show. Thank you so much for your time.
Amazing.
Today it also happens to be World Theatre Day. Today is the 27th of March. And Chandan has made a comeback into theatre after many years.
Yeah.
With his play called Hedda Gabler. Please tell us more about your experience. How was it to come back into theatre?
It's World Theatre Day today, and Hedda Gabler. So I had a theatre company years back, and I used to direct, act, do all kind of things on stage. So last time I got on stage was around 2012, 13.
That's a long time.
It was a Brecht musical I had developed and directed called Chugadham Symphony, which is based on a German play called The Rise and Fall of City of Mahoney. And after that I got busy with a lot of films and this and that, and then lockdown happened, and in the lockdown I did one piece which was not theatre, it was called In Between. It was basically marrying the two mediums, which is theatre and cinema. So what we did was we rehearsed with a couple of actors in a studio, and we shot it like a film and we broadcasted live. So it was one take, as if it's a play, right?
NT Live type.
Yeah, yeah, like that. So that happened, and then last year around 27 December, there's a theatre director called Atul Kumar. फ्रॉम कंपनी थिएटर. सो अतुल उन्होंने मुझे फ़ोन किया एक दिन रात को, टेक्स्ट किया कि यार मैं एक नया प्ले कर रहा हूँ एंड आई एम प्रोड्यूसिंग इट, एंड भाग्यश्री इज़ डायरेक्टिंग. भाग्यश्री शी इज़ एन एक्टर फ्रॉम नेशनल स्कूल ऑफ ड्रामा, and I would love to be on stage with you, and both of us will be. And I also wanted to work with Atul for a long time. He's such a great sort of theatre director, creator, and the kind of plays he's done, I like the way he uses the medium on stage. So I said, yeah, okay. I don't know why I said it, and I just said yes. And then we rehearsed for about 45 days, every day.
Wow.
First we started with 6 hours, and it became sometimes 8 hours, then 10 hours. So for 45 days I was just
focused
on that. And finally, I did a few shows at, we opened at Prithvi Theatre. And to describe that experience will be a little difficult. We'll have to do another show on it.
For theatre.
For how my system was always tuned to this, my instrument, which is my body, was tuned to that medium called theatre for many, many years. And then my instrument got tuned to another medium called cinema. And I had to retune my body to theatre again. That took me a while, because in theatre it's very important to project. Like I'm starting with one small example I'm giving. You have to project. So what happens in cinema, you don't have to project, right? The camera can come close. There's a mic here. And I could be really subtle. Let me just talk. Yeah, and you'll just record it, and you know how I
Yeah,
will talk it. But
yeah.
then I had to pitch my voice to reach the audience, and that sometimes has the danger of making my performance very loud,
Loud.
because my gestures are very loud. Then I had to use the tuning with the cinema and now the retuning with the theater, and I mixed it, and it gave rise to a very beautiful sort of performance, I feel. And that was a challenge, and it was a beautiful experience to retune my system, my instrument, my voice, my training, doing a scene over and over and over and over again for hours. So that is a very boring process because it's very exhaustive. But I completely, thoroughly sort of, I needed it to retune my instrument. बिकॉज क्या होता है ना, आर्टिस्ट करते करते ना एक ढर्रा, एक पद्धति, एक मेथड, एक सिस्टम में अटक जाता है. हालांकि when you do a scene, people might say, oh wow, you're amazing, you're brilliant, but you know inside that maybe there is a room of error, there is a room of improvement, there is a, and you have to cross that bridge again, or maybe go back to the zero and start again. So I think that refreshed me, this 2 months of rehearsal and shows. And when I was at Prithvi,
Oh, Prithvi.
so that whole
Acoustic.
before entering the stage, that feeling that you're going to faint or you're going to puke or whatever, everything happens, and then you go to the stage. The first performance was all right, but the second performance, my whole system came together. My tuning of my instrument, my body, and with the audience, the energy, it just matched, and it became a clap. And then once it happens, then actor knows that now you're on top of it. Then you start playing it. Then you gain confidence. There's a lot of things which
Also, the muscle memory must kick in, right? From
yeah. So
like,
I'm telling you, it's like a drug, no?
Yeah.
It's like when theater is it like a drug, you know, like when you take anesthesia or something, and then you slowly you're disconnecting from the real world, you're defocusing, and you're going into some space, and then other kind of imagination is happening in your head. So when you're on stage and when you start imagining the character with yourself, and then the audience is watching, and there are these long unspoken dialogue with the audience, which is millisecond, microsecond, which your body and your mind is registering, and you know that before the audience is probably looking or watching, you are constantly changing your gear without the audience
And it's
noticing
like
it.
live, no? The
It's
energy exchange is live, unlike
live.
cinema where
Exactly.
you shoot it, you edit it, you know it comes, and then you get your feedback. This is like immediate.
This is immediate. You're constantly checking yourself.
Yeah. You have
Before
to be
every
the
word,
present,
every line. So
yeah.
it's like you're performing at the 1/7 of a second kind of a space.
Yeah.
Because you're registering, you know what line you're gonna, or word you're gonna say, where you're gonna move. And someone is missing a line, someone is not. Because you have to be very observant.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of the whole space and where you're going. So it's very magical.
So you think, I'm sure it does, but I just wanted to know, your theater experience and your cinema experience, it must be informing each other also, na? Like what you do in theater versus what you do in cinema. It's like that exchange will also be very beautiful.
It's very beautiful. Sometimes they come, go, cross, meet, go away, disappear, they come. So what happens, what you can borrow in cinema, so this whole idea of being loud and not being loud can only come when you are being loud. When you have never experienced being loud, you will never know how subtle you can go.
Yeah.
So you have not seen the range then. So I believe, this is my theory, I think every actor has to be a theater actor first.
Yeah.
I mean,
the training, the internalizing.
It is, there is no other way.
Yeah.
There is no other way. If you look at the greatest actors you may like, they all happen to be from stage, and they always go back to stage, they come back, they go back. Stage meet could be like, even if you're a performer, like you're a musician.
Yeah.
The idea of rehearsing one performance, one rag, one scene, one note, one moment. Because in theatre, I have done a play where I did 350 shows over 2.5 years. I had to retune my system every day and land at the same punch, land at the same thing every day
Yeah.
for audience
And make it new every day.
and
like,
make it new and
yeah,
fresh
Yeah.
and make it fresh for myself. So that thing, if you won't know as
You
an
won't-
experience, sometimes I've seen like when an actress is performing a scene in a film and then one, sometimes, because directors are different. Sometimes you are with a director who like to do many takes. So actors tend to lose patience. They tend to, other kind of emotions start taking
Become
over.
mechanical also after a
It
point.
becomes mechanical. You want to get through it. You become frustrated.
Yeah.
You said just get it done with. So that idea of freshness is never there.
Yeah.
So that is very important. Like I'm saying that, you know, when I was in London last week, and I was just going through the theatre guide and what plays I want to watch. So I saw one play at the Old Vic Theatre. It was a Tom Stoppard play, and it was a beautiful experience to watch them performing. To see all those actors in that room with people sitting all around. And being a theatre actor, watch other theatre actors, which is these British actors on stage. And I was watching it with another British actor friend of mine, and we were discussing the play afterward. So we thought it's good, bad, whatever. We were just discussing. But what was amazing was, since I had just finished doing a play, Hedda Gabler, which is a Henrik Ibsen play, which is a Norwegian classic. It is almost like the Macbeth for women in theatre. How for male,
Yeah.
Macbeth is the most important, every actor
Holy
wants to
Grail.
play. So that way it's Hedda Gabler. So since I just performed freshly on stage, I was enjoying it so much. Their punctuations, their pauses, the entry, the exit, the sur, the tal, the audience reaction, how actors are sometimes dipping, sometimes they're lifting a scene. So it's
The
like
nuances.
recently, or not recently, a few years back, I was watching this Woody Allen film, Annie Hall. I was watching the same in space. It was small. My mother's television was very small, old Thomson television. I just bought her a new one. So it was a 14-inch television. I was watching 21-inch television. I was watching
From a distance.
from a distance, and she was making some dinner in that
Kitchen.
space, and I was just killing time waiting for my chapatis to come, and I just stopped at Annie Hall. I
And
started
Hall was playing where?
on Amazon or
Oh,
something.
wow. Okay.
So on Amazon there is loads of Woody Allen selections
Yeah.
there. The Curse of Jade Scorpion. So I started watching it from a distance. It's not even a cinematic experience. It's not like some home theater system or this. But I got sucked into that world. And I was watching it for the performances, for the edit, for the music, for everything. And then I watched the whole thing. She finished the dinner. She went to sleep. I watched the whole thing on a 21-inch television, probably 40 years or 50 years later. But it was still fresh.
Yeah.
So the idea of being fresh, keeping fresh is very important for an artist. And Woody Allen could make a film in 72 with that sort of space. And when you've spent years making films, acting in films, interacting with film people, watching, experiencing, then you watch a great man's work, you appreciate it more. That there's so many unspoken dialogues and things which he might have tried then, which I would have missed 10 years back when I saw it first. When I saw it again with wiser eyes, it was so delicious.
Also, I think with works of art, especially cinema, theatre, whatever, your inner growth also, like I also revisit films, after, and my own growth, my own journey also informs how I perceive those
Correct.
works of arts. It's
Correct.
like I keep watching all these classics which I've seen in my early 20s, and now as a 40-year-old woman, when I watch something, my life experience and my evolution then again translates that film in a very different way.
Totally.
Or a play. Or
especially we come from film medium, you being from film medium, being a student of cinema, being part of so many cinematic experiences. And then with those eyes, when you watch something, you enjoy it so much more.
Also, like your political awareness, and as a 20-year-old, you were like idealistic. Now you're a little more cynical, so you watch it with those, different political
Yeah.
eyes, and it's quite amazing.
It's quite amazing.
Now, what people don't know here is Chandan and I go back 20 years now.
Yeah, no, 2007.
2000, almost 20
And
years.
it's
Our
20th year.
first project together was a short film called Viva Sunita.
Viva Sunita. Do
And
you remember how we met first?
it was in the office.
And okay.
Amitabh and Lolita had just cast you, and I think we were doing costume trials or some rehearsal in the office. That was the first time we met, and it was a night shoot. It was one manic night
in
shoot
town, yeah.
in town in Filmi Khamba, apna
Yeah.
Balad Pier.
Yeah.
And the whole night. So, do you remember anything about?
I suddenly now remember. I'm trying to remember the office one, but I faintly remember the shooting portion of Viva Sunita. I remember. I think Vishal Sinha was the DOP.
Yeah, Vishal Sinha was the
Vishal Sinha was the
Yeah.
DOP. So I very faint memories, like
It was
my
a
early
very
cinematic.
good ensemble cast. Like now,
Who all
Sham
were
Mashalkar and like all these
Yeah.
theater actors were there, and I had we had done casting in.
There was a cop also, no?
There was
a
cop,
little boy with chai.
Little boy with chai. It was like one very, but it was a fun shoot.
Yeah.
It was very hectic.
I wonder how Lolita and Amitabh chose me.
But they were very fond of you.
Huh,
They've
like-
been auditioning you for other things also. and
Correct,
I
correct.
think
Different times altogether.
different times. We
It's
shot on
almost
film. So I
Shot on
think
film.
it was so Fuji had given us the stock for free. So we had to create something.
Yeah.
Something like some collab happened with Kodak or
No, I
Fuji
really
or
enjoyed
something.
working with Lolita and
16
Amitabh.
mm.
Picture this, 16 mm.
I think they launched their new 16 mm something night.
Yeah. Like since you're talking about it, I still going back in my memory. I remember when I used to go for these ad film offices. There was something. It was a little different from film offices.
Yeah.
Like I remember the picture. This offices in Bandra with Lolita and Amitabh. The ad film offices had a certain kind of a
Vibe.
little European charm and this whole
It was
European poster.
sort of anglicized.
Huh. When I so this since we're talking offices, there's a very interesting offices like picture this Amitabh Lolita office was very interesting. Then Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra's was very interesting. I've been to Shyam Benegal's office, very interesting. And there was very interesting offices when you used to go and ask for work or whatever, meetings, auditions, screen tests. In Famous Studio, there were some offices which were very. I remember rehearsing, auditioning for Seher Latif many years back. There was a film which Aparna Sen was making. It was called
Goinar Bakshu.
Goinar Bakshu or something.
Yeah, Goinar Bakshu. I worked on that.
You worked on that?
Yeah, but
Seher was auditioning for that.
we
Or you
started
had given my number to
doing-
Sohera. ऐसा कुछ था
Must have, because we started working on that when NDTV Imagine was going to produce it. They backed out, and then
It was
Aparna
2008,
2008, 7-8.
7, 8. Okay.
But we didn't eventually do
I remember
the film.
even the audition spaces were very big,
Yeah. They used to hire proper studios.
and now the audition spaces have become smaller and smaller.
It's now home test, no? Mostly.
Now it's home test also.
Yeah, after COVID.
COVID, and then even like in the early, let's say around 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, audition rooms were mostly smaller, and they used to hang a black cloth and this and that, and cramped spaces.
Yeah.
But I remember when I came to Bombay around 2005, 4, those auditions, when I used to go for auditions, the spaces were quite big. In terms of between the camera and the wall.
Yeah.
Because I remember auditioning, God bless her soul, Seher. She was auditioning me. What a beautiful soul she was.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of, I remember distance and preparation time and do it again and all that.
We used to do proper hair, makeup, do like a proper test, like for Happy Dent. I was an intern on Happy Dent. And for the cyclist, we actually made the cyclist wear dhoti. So if I auditioned 120 cyclists, the Chandelier film. And they had to go wear a dhoti, wear a pagdi, and we used to test. Raja ka pura base pehen ke humne test. Because
Sift test.
proper
You're not chosen.
No, it's the audition, but so that you know exactly what they'll look like eventually. So that's how we used to do auditions, and we used to
This
do
was Ram Madhwani.
Ram Madhwani. So that's how we used to do, and now I see, like, you know, these DAs have it so easy because phone कर दिया, audition आ गया WhatsApp पे, PPM के पहले present कर दिया. There's now, we used to shoot on those digicams, sit and edit, make DVDs, write cue sheets. वो सब अभी.
सही है. I think ये process
But we had time.
changes.
अभी time नहीं होता है. So the prep
अभी
time.
टाइम ही नहीं है ना, तो आपको तो
कल
कुछ
आज go ahead आया, कल PPM परसों shoot. It's
हाँ
like
ऐसे ही
that.
आता है
So
कि सर
अभी-
परसों एड शूट है, फ्री है क्या?
हाँ, I know. Are you doing many ads?
I did a very interesting ad, I think last year or something. Last ad I did was for Spotify with Early Man Films.
Early man. Abhinav Pratima.
Abhinav Prathiman. Abhinav Prathiman बड़े अच्छे director हैं.
Very nice. He's
And I
very
really enjoyed working with him. He's also like a very, he likes the exhaustive kind of process. He called me to the office, Abhinav Prathiman, and me and there's another girl. There was no lines. It was just one song, and I had to emote on a song.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. We shot the whole night in town, but we did 2 rehearsals. He played the song and everything. He did his own rehearsal. It was 30 seconds. Yeah, I mean, who spent so much time? So it's
You've gone to Hungary, no, to play like a sick man lying down.
yeah.
You remember that one?
Which one was that?
Fortune. Where that do chammach dal.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you had
yeah,
to play like an injured man in a hospital, and
Yeah.
you made a whole holiday out of it.
Yeah. No, it was for Vivek Kakkar,
Yeah.
another favorite director of mine. So Vivek sir, I shot many ads with him. I first did the Uninor ad, कि जूते पड़ेंगे जूते. That was a one shot ad. So he has a very interesting way of directing stuff. So I'm saying this experience of working with ad filmmakers is also
Yeah.
used to be an experience. Like working with Shashank, Bob.
Yeah.
I did a couple of ads with him. I did a couple of ads with Vivek sir, Prathiman. Then I worked with Amit Sharma, the whole Google campaign for a year and a half. So these directors are so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never worked with some of the other directors, but even those ad films felt complete. Then I did one very interesting ad for Sony with Oni Sen,
Illusion.
Electric Dreams.
Electric Dreams.
Beautiful ad where me and Shreya Pilgaonkar was there, and it was she is mute or I was mute, I don't know. So there is this song playing and I had to learn the sign language and
Oh wow.
पहला नशा पहला खुमा.
Oh.
So I had to learn sign language with Shreya, and we did it with sign language and just emotion. Beautiful ad.
Music video or ad?
It was an ad, Sony Max.
Okay.
Film something, Set Max और ऐसा कुछ. तो बड़ा अच्छे अच्छे ads किए मैंने, मज़ेदार. मज़ा आता है.
अभी थोड़ा I want to go back to the beginning. So you grew up in Delhi and you were a math teacher.
Maths teacher.
And how did you start acting? Like what happened?
अरे यार मैं ना एक्चुअली बचपन से मेरे को एक्टिंग का शौक था. शौक ऐसे था कि मैं स्कूल बंगाली परिवार में ना एक्टिंग थोड़ा रहता है.
हाँ.
वो
Culturally
अंकल
aware
हाँ थोड़ा
community.
क्या मेरे अंकल बड़े अंकल वो सुबह सुबह नाश्ता करते हुए चाय पी रहे हैं. बंगाली है, उतना अच्छा फैशन सेंस नहीं था उनका. वो सिर्फ वाइट शर्ट पहनते थे गुलजार साहब की तरह, और एक कुछ 3-4 उनके बहुत बेसिक की वॉज. बट सुबह सुबह वो मेरे को चार्ली चैपलिन के बारे में बताते थे, कैनेडी, हैरी ट्रूमैन. You know, he was a big. He always wanted to go to America for certain reason, I feel, and he had this pile of books always, and he had a bookstore. I used to work at his bookstore. So वो फिल्म में किताबों की बातें जो करते थे वो फिल्मों की बातें भी करते थे. और ये सारे मेरे अंकल्स जो थे, मेरे जो मॉम के ब्रदर्स, all big film fans. You know, my major mama was like my middle uncle, and my choto mama used to get the music. ABBA, Boney M, and Bruce Springsteen, and all this Wham, George Michael. तो वो मेरे छोटे मामा सुनते थे. And but we came from a very lower middle class family. these were luxuries, but they used to indulge in it. ग्रामोफोन में लैला मजनू का वो लाए थे, लैला मजनू, ऋषि कपूर, and so imagine being in Karol Bagh in a lower middle class Bengali family listening to Laila Majnu.
Wow.
And everybody loved cinema in my family, and then years later actually working with Rishi Kapoor.
Yeah.
So it's been
That was D-Day.
it was, I did 3 films, I think. I did D-Day, I did Kanchi. There's a film by Subhash Ghai acted in. There was Kartik Aaryan, myself, and there was a girl called Mimi Chakrabarti, I think. I don't remember her name. She was making her debut. So Kartik, myself, and this girl. So my character was like Lakhan.
Oh, Ram Lakhan.
Ram Lakhan.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Anyways, so from Delhi, since I was exposed to a lot of cinema, music and everything, so I had दुर्गा पूजा में जाके एक्टिंग अपन करते थे, और फिर स्कूल में भी करते थे, तो दुर्गा पूजा फंक्शन में. लेकिन सीरियस जब मैं कॉलेज पहुंचा तो मुझे लगा यहाँ पे भी थिएटर होता है, और मैं थिएटर देखता था कॉलेज में. दिल्ली में कॉलेज थिएटर बहुत अच्छा होता है. सो इट्स वेरी, यू गेट इन्वॉल्वड एंड शोज वगैरह अच्छे होते हैं. तो कॉलेज में मैंने नाटक करना शुरू किया. थोड़े दिन हिंदू कॉलेज में किया, फिर जाकिर हुसैन में था, क्योड़ीमल में था, तो इधर उधर नाटक वाटक, नुक्कड़ नाटक, ये वो करते करते इंटरेस्ट बना रहा. लेकिन क्या होता है कि आप, और मैं मैथ्स ऑनर्स का स्टूडेंट था, पहले मैं केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स का स्टूडेंट था. केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स में ना बहुत सारे क्लासेस होते थे. शाम को इसका प्रैक्टिकल करो, उसका कॉपी बनाओ, फिर लैब टेस्ट में जाओ, सब 5 बज गए, रिहर्सल पे भी जाना है. मैंने हटा यार, करना ही नहीं मेरे को केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स. मेरा बाप गुस्सा हो गया, केमिस्ट्री ऑनर्स छोड़ दिया तुमने, ऑनर्स छोड़ दिया. यार ऑनर्स तो रखना पड़ेगा, ऑनर्स कैसे करें.
तो मैथ्स
ऑनर्स में क्या था, पंटरबाजी. सुबह 3 क्लास खत्म, 9 बजे के 11 बजे आउट. बीच में क्लास करा भी नहीं, तो पूछने आ नहीं रहा है ना, सीढ़ियों पे बैठे हैं.
So you had a scientific bent.
I was साइंस स्टूडेंट. तो मैं पढ़ाई में अच्छा था, तो बहुत अच्छा भी नहीं था, लेकिन अच्छा था. मतलब इसी तरह करके मैं पास हो जाता था अच्छे से स्कूल में. मतलब एक्चुअली कॉलेज में बिगड़ गया, स्कूल में बहुत अच्छा था. तो मेरी माँ,
मिडिल क्लास बच्चों को आई थिंक पढ़ाई में अच्छा होना पड़ता है, नहीं तो कोई चारा नहीं है.
तो मैं अच्छा था, तो अच्छे खासे नंबर आ जाते थे. लेकिन कॉलेज में से नाटक का कीड़ा लगा, तो एजुकेशन समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, क्या कर रहा हूँ, ये मैं क्यों पढ़ रहा हूँ, मैं क्या हो रहा है इससे. ज़बरदस्ती के एग्ज़ाम दे रहा हूँ, 52% आ रहे हैं, फिर और दे रहा हूँ तो 64 हो गए. लेकिन होगा क्या इससे, समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है. सुबह बोल रहे नहीं, नौकरी करनी पड़ेगी. अबे कहाँ मिलेगी 60%. मेरे को अभी भी याद है, बचपन में मैं कॉलेज में जब था, तो मैं एक बार वो पेपर में ऐड देख के कहीं चला गया था, कहीं सुभाष नगर में किसी कॉल सेंटर से कैसा होता कि टेली मार्केटिंग टाइप का होता है ना. मतलब ये वाला नहीं. आप अभी वैसा फिर से हो गया. लोन लेंगे क्या आप, लोन घर 2 BHK फ्रॉम रनवाल से लेना है क्या आपको. भले यार, तू क्या देख, तू किसको क्यों फोन कर रहा है यार, ले लो. अरे ऐसे तरह से ले लेगा 2 BHK.
I have a thing I do with them. आप फ्री में दे रहे हैं. नहीं मैडम, ऐसे तो कैसे.
मैं बोलता था, मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं से फोन आता था, बोलता हूँ हाँ बोलिए, तो मैं थोड़ा सा बात करता हूँ, मेहनत कर रहा हूँ. हाँ बोलिए. हाँ यार, मैं ना यार अभी सैन फ्रांसिस्को में हूँ. अच्छा हाँ सर, ओके सर, आपका लोन पास हो गया. अब वो चालू हो जाता है ना.
उसका तो
क्यों है, कहाँ है, क्यों है, कहाँ बैठा है, बाप मर गई, माँ मर गई, कोई हारा है, हॉस्पिटल जा रहा हूँ, कहाँ लेटा है, आदमी चोट लग गई. हाँ सर, 2 ले लीजिए. क्रेडिट कार्ड का पास हो गया 3 लाख का. और एक है कि मेरा एक कार लोन है, कार लोन का चल रही है EMI, उसके ऊपर एक और लोन दे रहा है भाई. ये कौन सा लोन है. बोले सर ये लोन के ऊपर लोन है. लोन के ऊपर कैसे हो गया सर, आप दे रहे हैं ना 5 साल का, अभी हम ये आपका क्लियर कर देंगे, फिर आपको और 5 साल दे, फिर आपको इसमें हम आपको 8,000 और देंगे. मैंने कौन सा हिसाब है यार, ये मैथ्स ऑनर्स वाला हिसाब तो है ही नहीं. कैसा हिसाब चल रहा है आजकल मार्केट में कि मतलब आप लोन दे रहे हैं, वो लोन वो ही क्लियर करेगा, उसके ऊपर मुझे और पैसे देगा और मेरा वो मियाद बढ़ा देगा. क्या तरीका है ये, व्हाट इज दिस. मैं उसको सुनता हूँ, इस चक्कर में मैंने एक ले भी लिया.
That is
एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए कौन सा लोन है जहाँ पे वो मेरा गाड़ी का लोन हटा रहा है और उसके ऊपर एक और लोन दे रहा है और पैसे भी दे रहा है.
तो क्या हुआ फिर.
क्योंकि मैं गया अपने आप में, बोला यार मेरा लोन तो 5 साल का था, 3 ये बाकी के 2 साल कहाँ गायब हो गए. दिख ही नहीं रहे, 3 साल से दिखा रहा है, स्टार्टिंग ईयर मेरा 2023 दिखा रहा है, तो भूल ही गया कि वो लोन करके दूसरा बना दिया उसने। क्या चल रहा है, तो ये बचपन से ही चल रहा है। वो कॉल सेंटर गया, और कॉल सेंटर टेली मार्केटिंग का था, टेली वालों की आप लोकल केबल टीवी पे आप वालों को कि आप कंघी ले लीजिए, है ना, हमने एक नया प्लास्टिक के चेयर मार्केट में है, वो ले लीजिए।
अच्छा वैसा,
तो वो सब मैंने बहुत किया है। वॉशिंग मशीन बेचता था, आई यूज्ड टू वर्क फॉर वर्लपूल, आई वाज इन कॉलेज, तो वर्लपूल के वॉशिंग मशीन और बेचता था, सेमी ऑटोमेटिक, ऑटोमेटिक ये सब। तो कभी लक्ष्मी नगर, पटेल नगर, इधर उधर, तो मेरे को थोड़े बहुत पैसे मिलते थे वहाँ से, अच्छे पैसे मिलते थे एक्चुअली, मेरे को दिन के 800 रुपये मिलते थे।
That was very good at that
हाँ
time, yeah.
उसमें क्या था, मैं महीने भर पढ़ाता था अपना बच्चों को, कल ही समझाया था, फिर से वही सवाल।
In those days you could hit them.
नहीं मजाक कर रहा हूँ। their parents really love me। अभी मैं कभी बार जाता हूँ, कोई रास्ते में टकरा जाते हैं तो उनको याद आता है कि यार मेरा बेटा अभी मर्चेंट नेवी में है।
Wow.
मतलब वो मार अपने बाप से खाता था,
अच्छा।
वो परेशान मेरे जैसे ही ना, कि एक बेटा ऐसे, मेरा बाप मुझसे परेशान था कि यार पढ़ा लिखा आदमी कहाँ क्या कर रहा है ये, तेरी जीन्स फटती ही जा रही है, क्या हो रहा है ये, क्या झोला लटक रहा है इधर, उसका सिगरेट का पैकेट क्यों है, अरे काले क्यों हो जा रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हो तुम, क्या होगा मेरे चिराग,
मेरे वंश का क्या होगा।
वंश तो है, अभी तक वंश आया ही नहीं कोई। मेरी माँ वाला परेशान है, शादी नहीं हो रही है, ठीक है, मैं कर लूँगा यार, मैंने मम्मी अभी माहौल बदल गया है, अभी आदमी 70 के साल में भी शादी कर सकता है। क्या बोल रहा है यार, क्या बोल रहा है ये सब, और ये सब बातें ऐसा दिन भर के कॉन्वर्सेशन ऐसे होते हैं। मतलब अभी आपने एक लोन पे लोन खरीदा है, उसका माँ बोली शादी कर ले, मतलब भाई एक और लोन चाहिए शादी के लिए, उसको डबल बना, ठीक है। तो ये यही चल रहा है, जिगसॉ पजल। बचपन से मेरा गेम यही ऑन है, तो उसको पढ़ा के वो उसको पास करवाता था, फिर वो उसका अच्छा हो गया। तो नाटक करने के लिए मैं थोड़ा सा भी ये सब करता था, कि घर से डैड को बोलूँगा कि मुझे नाटक करना है, नाटक नसीरुद्दीन शाह का प्ले देखना है, 100 रुपये का टिकट है, मतलब दिस इज 2000, दिस इज 99, 98, 100 रुपये का टिकट, हैबिटेट वर्ल्ड में जाना मतलब थोड़ा महंगा है, पॉश है, अंग्रेजी प्ले है, मुझे अभी भी नाम है, नसीरुद्दीन शाह साहब थे और महाबानो मोदी कोटवाल थी, इसका प्ले का नाम था होल इन दी हेड, वो देखने गया था, तो बड़ा मज़ा आया था। नसीरुद्दीन शाह,
watching him on stage is something else.
हाँ, मैं तो तब गया जब मैं कॉलेज फर्स्ट ईयर में था, तब मैं देख रहा हूँ ऐसे नसीरुद्दीन शाह, तो ये सब मैं देखने का बड़ा शौक था। लेकिन मुझे वो दुनिया बड़ी दूर लगती थी, मतलब दिल्ली भी एक्चुअली छोटा शहर ही है, नाम का ही राजधानी है, बट
at heart it is still,
at heart is a small town only, like any सूरत, इंदौर, उस टाइप का ही है, भोपाल, इट्स जस्ट अ कैपिटल ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, वो इंडिया कैपिटल है, बट है नहीं ऐसा कुछ, सब सिंपल लोग हैं वहाँ पे, तो वर्किंग क्लास है बहुत। तो मैं जहाँ रहता था वर्किंग क्लास थे करोल बाग में, तो वहाँ से अगर आप बोलेंगे बंगाली वैसे डरपोक होते हैं। कि मैंने इंटरव्यू में बोला था कमीने में, मैं बोला सर विशाल जी ने मुझे रोल दिया और वो पहली बार बंगाली को गैंगस्टर दिखाया कि गोली मार रहा है बंगाली। मतलब सर आपको पता है बंगाली तो डरपोक होते हैं यार। দেখি বাপরে বাপ, কি হলো লাইটটা চলে গেল, কি হলো এটা, বাপরে কি গরম, হ্যাঁ डर, हर चीज में डर आ गया, सरा। तुम तो कितना लोग बंगाली लोग से काम किया ना, डरते हैं लोग, भय लेगा, वो गोली मारा है, गोली मार दूंगा। तो वो बंगाली, तो मैं भी डरपोक ही था कि यार अभी घर पे बोलूंगा कि मैं, वो नहीं सोचा मैंने, पर ये सोचा कि यार मैं अभी मुंबई कैसे जाऊं, मुंबई जाना। अब स्कूल वालों को, अपने दोस्तों एक रात को बोला तो वो लोग भी जज कर रहे हैं, अबे पागल हो गए क्या, हाइट देखी अपनी 5 फुट 5 इंच का आदमी, क्या था अमिताभ बच्चन बनना है क्या उधर जाके, पागल हो गया है। एक तो है ना,
and it's like you have to be the top guy, ऐसा नहीं है ना, मतलब
हाँ नहीं, मेरे को अभिनय करना था, I just wanted to act, which I'm acting, I'm very happy about. All these things are like conditioned by the society कि एक्टिंग करना है, हिंदी फिल्मों में करना है, तो आप हीरो बनना है क्या?
हाँ
या तो मैंने यार ऐसा तो मुझे पता नहीं हीरो वीरो, पर मुझे एक्टिंग
कर,
करना
like, I
है,
just want to
एक्टिंग करना है। मैं बॉम्बे जाना चाहता हूँ, बॉम्बे में
robust है।
आई वांट टू फील इट। तो मैं 20 साल की उम्र में मैं निकल गया मैं दिल्ली से।
अच्छा
मैंने टाइम ही नहीं बताया, तो घर पे मैंने बोला कि मैं जा रहा हूँ, मैंने पश्चिम एक्सप्रेस का टिकट खरीदा। तो मैथ्स ऑनर्स ने मुझे इन सब चीज़ों में बड़ा हेल्प किया। तो मैंने काफ़ी ट्यूशन दिए, वो वॉशिंग मशीन बेचा, थोड़ा कॉल सेंटर टाइप का किया, तो उसमें से मैंने काफ़ी सारा पैसा बचाया। तो मैंने 7,000 रुपये बचाए थे, 7,000 रुपीज़। दिस वॉज इन 2002-3।
ओके
7,000 रह के मैं बॉम्बे आ गया था। इनफैक्ट अभी
7 या 60
7,000 था, क्योंकि मैं
That was very brave।
3 महीने का खर्चा था वो।
हाँ
कैसे है कि मीरा रोड में हम लोग 5 लोग रहते थे, हमारा घर का किराया था 2,000 रुपये या 1,800 रुपये, तो एक आदमी का 300 रुपये या 400 रुपये। क्योंकि मैं सबसे छोटा था तो मेरे से वो लोग 300 रुपये लेते थे, बाकी सब 400 रुपये लेते थे। तो 300 रुपये मेरा किराया था। और वहाँ पे गरीब नवाज होटल था मीरा रोड में, और ये सब मेरे सीनियर थे, नवाजुद्दीन सिद्दीकी सब मीरा रोड में थे तब। वो हम लोग ढाबे पे जहाँ खाना खाने जाते थे, वहाँ पे वो चने की दाल और रोटी, चने की दाल रोटी, चने की दाल क्या खाओगे आज? चने की दाल। उससे सस्ता वही था। कहाँ राजमा, कहाँ काली दाल लाओगे, कहाँ तुम लोगे। कई बार कोई एक्टिंग कर लेता था, कोई एक्टर, अरे क्या है मेन्यू में, मैं तो क्या देख रहा है इसना, चना वना नहीं खाते हम बेटा, बोले आओ थोड़ा मुर्गा लाओ मुर्गा, ये सब होता था।
ट्रीट होता था।
ट्रीट मतलब उसमें कैसे कि अगर आपने कोई फिल्मों में या सीरियल में कहीं पे आपको एक रोल मिल गया, तो आपको पर डे का 1,100 रुपये मिल गया। अगर तो 800-900 रुपये पर डे, मतलब लाइन नहीं है, खड़े ऐसे एक शिफ्ट आपने बस चाबी घुमाया, आप 900 आगे, थोड़ा अच्छी विस्की ले आया कोई, फिर आके थोड़ा लोग आपको मारिए। तो ये एक रिचुअल था कहीं ना कोई। बाकी यार भाई सब उधारी पे चल रहा है, कोई कमा रहा है तो वो उसको दे रहा है, वो फिर इससे ले रहा है, फिर ये उसको दे रहा है, ये वाला चल रहा है।
But it's so good to have a community like that.
Yeah, it was. नहीं तो सर्वाइव करना मुश्किल हो जाता है। मतलब 7,000 लेके मैं आ गया, और मैं किसी को नहीं जानता था। और मैं जब आया तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मीरा रोड, वो गाना नहीं था, तुमसे जो देखते ही प्यार, कभी जंडन लोड कभी हार्डन लोड, मुझे लगा मीरा रोड भी वही है। तो गाना सोच रहा हूँ, द थॉमसन का वो था कैसेट प्लेयर, लगा के मैं जंडन लोड कभी हार्डन लोड, खिड़की से देख रहा हूँ पोएटिकली, और मीरा रोड निकल गया बोरियली। तो मतलब भाई मीरा रोड रोड ही होगा ना, बोला पीछे गया, मीरा रोड स्टेशन होता है। तो मैं अंधेरी उतरा, फिर मीरा रोड स्टेशन पहला मेरे लिए वही था। शाम के 6 बज रहे हैं, ड्रामा हो रहा है, क्या होगा, बक्सा वक्सा लेके पूरा वो चला मुरारी हीरो बनने, असरानी आ गया बॉम्बे, क्या होगा ऐसा करके। तो लाइन बोल टिकट लेना, अब मेरे को उल्टा रास्ते जाना है।
हाँ ओ डेंजर, विरार गाड़ी,
विरार पे चढ़ा दिया मेरे को बक्सा, बैग लेके, नीले रंग का एक बैग था, बैग पूरा फट गया, कपड़े नहीं, ऐसा वाला हो गया, मुझे छोड़ दो, धक्का देके निकाल दिया, डाल दिया, ऐसा वाला हो गया।
Now that we've seen a demo of like your hilarious jokes, I want to bring out, like, I have known you now for 19 years, and you are like the funniest, one of the funniest men I know. And we've had these sessions where you've done like private stand-up acts for all of us, and we still, like Atif bhai and I still laugh about your Ganesh Chaturthi.
Durga Puja.
Ganesh Chaturthi. So, have you ever considered stand-up?
No, I've never actually.
You should.
I should, no? I think I should just go and start talking, no?
Yeah.
मिल ही जाएगा. I think you should be there with me.
Yeah. We'll just do these rounds.
I think तुमको लगता है stand-up बन जाऊंगा, मेरा बेटा वाला ना होता है वैसे, उंगलियों से आवाज़ आ रही है, हड्डियाँ टूटने की, मेरा बेटा कर बहुत बड़ा बनेगा, ऐसा वाला है ना, घटिया हो गया। माँ को घटिया ऐसी हो नहीं पता है, बेटा बड़ा बन जाएगा।
नहीं, but you are really funny.
I think I'm funny, yeah.
My dad से लो बेबे स्वेटर बुन रही, अभी भी मेरा बाप बोलता है।
वो क्या था वो? फेमस था ना?
Karol Bagh ka, you were setting a scene of how. So my dad is also very fond of Delhi. My mom grew up in Delhi. So you're talking about Delhi, and then you're like, वो बरसाती में बैठ के बेबे स्वेटर बुन रही है, something you just said, and my dad said, oh bebe, Chandan is bebe for him.
Yeah. I think it's a visual sort of representation of an incident. I think.
But that comes with, I think actors have to. And most of your comedy is
actors तो बहुत
observational.
serious होते हैं यार.
नहीं, observational होते हैं, होना चाहिए.
बहुत serious होता है.
But you really, you're so good with your observational humor.
हाँ, मतलब मैं लोगों को हंसा लेता हूँ मैं.
And like you have such nuanced, the way you look at the world is really, really different and funny, and you know.
Yeah. This one guy I really like these days. You know, like Anirban.
हाँ.
Anirban is the Bangla का जो होता है ना कि he says no, my and he has obviously a Kolkata accent.
My daughter is half Bengali, and that's the maximum Bengali you should होना चाहिए. But half होना चाहिए.
नहीं ठीक है.
Yeah, he's quite funny.
I think he's quite funny. Anirban is funny. Yeah.
नहीं, हम बैठ के ऐसे अड्डाबाजी करते हैं ना, फिर वो डालेंगे रील्स.
वो इरानियन अमेरिकन वो भी फनी है.
Which one?
मैक्स राइमी या क्या नाम है उसका? Is it Iranian American
I don't.
stand-up?
I don't know.
Anyways, Ricky Gervais is funny.
Ricky Gervais is very funny. I actually just finished rewatching his Netflix show Derek. Have you seen Derek? It's one of his best books about this very.
Dave Chappelle. वो भी मजेदार है.
Yeah, I like Dave Chappelle. I've recently started watching Taylor Tomlinson. She's also very funny.
I think my sense of humor is something. No, is a sense that people who know me, they know that I have quite a wild sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I can make people laugh. And it comes from in a room if I find someone, no?
हाँ. So maybe it's like, are you not okay putting it out there in the world?
No, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं.
Safe space में ही funny हूँ.
But हाँ, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं किसी ने बोलने की तुम. But मैं ये बहुत सालों से कर रहा हूँ. लोग मेरे आसपास रहते हैं तो हंसते हैं और उनको कुछ चीजें याद रहती है जैसे बेबे या कुछ टक वाला. तो ये मैंने शायद उस टाइम बहुत ही कुछ लिख के पढ़ के बात करते करते निकल जाता है. And I think the liquid gold also helps.
I know. Yeah. So, no, you're more spontaneous. I don't think you can do like a tight 5-minute set. I don't know if you can.
I don't know. I don't know the norms of stand-up comedy. But I think I'm funny because I have done a very few comedy films, and I have done a lot of this serious and art house or whatever, villain and killing and raping women and whatever all that. But I have a funny bone.
Yeah.
And I've done a few comedies and it has always worked. Like because in comedy what happens is when you're performing a scene, no, you have to sort of perform in a sort of a certain way. And people have laughed on set. करके हंसते आ रहे हैं आप बहुत funny वैसे करके.
So going back to, Kamine was like probably your biggest break, right? At the time, and then of course Ashram was your OTT
break.
Not, I won't call it break. It was like sort of a rediscovery. I don't know.
No, rediscovery ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. वो एक larger audience को भी पता चला. Basically आपका audience थोड़ा grow करता है. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि people say कि rediscover हो गया या he's come back, he's number 2 or what.
I never thought you ever left.
Yeah, I never left. It's just that, see.
It was a breakout.
Breakout performance for sure. Because when what happens is, no, Archana, I feel nothing you can judge, decide and make and no matter what you do. In a sense, you can just do your job well.
Yeah.
Right? ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं जब डीडे कर रहा था तो उसमें स्पेशल एक्टिंग किया और फालतू में थोड़ा कम एक्टिंग किया या उसमें ज़्यादा किया इसमें कम किया. Because when I'm doing a job, because since I come from theatre, whatever job has been given to me by God's grace, I do my best. And when a film doesn't well or doesn't do well or whatever it is, it's not in my hand, right?
Yeah.
It's a director's medium. Director has spent hours writing it and years making it, and then I'm playing a part in it.
Yeah.
But sometimes what happens in Kamine, I was doing a very small part. But it's an important part because Vishal ji writes so well.
Yeah.
उन्होंने इस किरदार को इतना अच्छे से सोचा तो वो 10-12 मिनट में ही लोगों को मैजिक लगा वो परफॉर्मेंस. तो वो करते हुए मैं नहीं सोच रहा था कि मैं बहुत कुछ स्पेशल कर दूंगा. because that's not my school of acting only. कि I'll prove something, I'll give everything to this shot and I'll give this is gonna be my best. ऐसा कुछ है ही नहीं मेरे साथ.
You just
I just
embody
like
the character.
हाँ जो मैं कर रहा हूँ या ये पॉडकास्ट 10 मिलियन लोग देख लेंगे क्योंकि मैं इसमें कुछ स्पेशल कर दूंगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. क्योंकि these things you can't do anything. This is something audience just like something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like like Mr. Akshay Khanna, he came in Dhurandhar in that
Yeah.
one song, and I've been watching that gentleman for so many years,
yeah.
right? When I was in
From
college,
our
I saw
childhood.
Tal,
Hmm.
one of my favorite films, Tal.
Dil
And
Chahta Hai.
Dil Chahta Hai.
What a great role.
Then he did some films which I've seen Himalay Putra also. In fact, one day ऐसे ही मैं घर पे बैठ के हिमालय पुत्र का लहरे पार्टी देख रहा हूँ. वो बहुत ट्रिप करता है सब पे.
मेरे को भी मजा आता है.
लहरे
YouTube में
देख
some
रहा
random old
Random
videos.
old लहरे.
लहरे.
My mom is walking around and she said, "What are you watching?" And she also started watching it.
These kids won't know what लहरे is.
लहरे नहीं पता होगा.
नहीं, क्योंकि वो आता था स्पेशल
उसमें
ब्रॉडकास्ट.
तो वीडियो में 5 मिनट देखने मिल जाए तो ऐसा लगता था कि बार बार देखो.
VHS टेप्स आते थे लहरे के, वो वीकली.
करेक्ट. अभी तो यूट्यूब पे लगाया तो ऐसा आ गया. जैसे कल मैं ब्यूटीफुल अब्दुल कादिर स्पिन बॉलिंग कर रहा था तो मैं देख रहा था. मेलबर्न 5 विकेट लिया तो मुझे ये सब में बड़ा मजा आता है. मैं एकदम से अब्दुल कादिर की बॉलिंग देख रहा हूँ. ये क्या हो गया तेरे को. मैं ईरान वॉर देख रहा था, फट से अब्दुल कादिर की बॉलिंग देख रहा हूँ. फिर जरा लहरें देख रहा हूँ. फिर सिलिल मर्फी की एक सीरियस फिल्म देख के सो गया मैं. क्या ट्रिप है. मामूली व्हाट आर यू वाचिंग मैन. थोड़ा सा ओ अब्दुल कादिर बॉल कर रहा है, मैं देख रहा हूँ. फिर एकदम से ईरान ने कर बहुत धम धड़ाका उड़ा दिया. आओ क्या हो गया. अरे बाप रे बाप. तेल का वेट देख लिया. तेल होने नहीं है, तेल है. तो बिकॉज
It's a schizophrenic life.
हाँ.
We're all living that life. कि
Yeah.
कुछ भी हो रहा है.
बट मुझे वो सब देखने बड़ा मजा आता था. एनीवे सो मैं ये कह रहा था कि जब आप कुछ करते हैं तो आपके हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है. आपको बस जो मिला है उसको अच्छे से ही कर सकते हैं आप, है ना. नीदर आई डिसाइडेड कमीने और अ D-Day और अ बांग्ला फिल्म और अ न्यूयॉर्क फिल्म फेस्टिवल बेस्ट एक्टर नॉमिनेशन और दिस और 3 consecutive फिल्म फेयर नॉमिनेशंस और I
You
didn't
just
decide
did
it.
your thing.
Yes, did. And like it's for me is a big thing. Like I got nominated thrice in a year in a row for Filmfare Best Supporting Actor, twice for Ashram and once for Sheher Lakhot. So that was these kind of things are you don't decide or you
Yeah.
can't do anything about it. मतलब कल ये क्या होगा, परसों क्या होगा, मजा आना चाहिए,
हाँ.
है ना.
The journey has to.
मजा आना चाहिए क्योंकि जब आप मुझे लगता है कि अगर आप किसी ने आपको कहानी सुनाई है और आपको कहानी पसंद आई और आप बड़े डायरेक्टर हो, नॉट सो बड़े डायरेक्टर हो, कोई नया डायरेक्टर हो, छोटी फिल्म हो, बड़ी फिल्म हो, ऐसा हो वैसा हो, अपने वाला बच्ची में करता हूँ. फिर करता हूँ तो मतलब फिर मज़े आने चाहिए.
Yeah.
You know.
So what's lined up now?
Lined up now. I made 2 feature films.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about Chandan Roy Sanyal, the director.
They'll come out this year. One is called Suzy Q, and the other film is called The Playback Singer. One is a dark comedy or a comic thriller or a horror thriller or something.
Which
like
one?
that.
Suzy.
Suzy Q. We shot in Goa in the rains. It's a very
Oh wow.
small independent film which I made with few friends, and that will come. And then I made a film called The Playback Singer, which is a musical which is set in the 90s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of songs.
In Bombay? Like set
No,
in
I
Bombay?
shot it in Jamshedpur.
Oh, okay.
So it's a period film set in Jamshedpur, and yeah, those 2 films are really close to me. They'll come out. People will see a different side of me also because I'm acting, I'm co-writing, directing.
What
Produced.
What made you go back, like behind the camera? Like what was the?
It's a very interesting question actually. So many years ago, for me there was only cinema to act, right? अभी तो खैर lot of OTT and web shows and this and that. A lot of other
Indie
mediums have
film,
opened up. So for me there was only one medium, either theater or cinema. So I was doing theater and I was doing a few films because most of the film stories which were coming to me that time was not inspiring enough. So I was probably doing just one film a year, 1 film in 2 years or 2 film in 3 years, ऐसा कुछ चल रहा था मेरा रिदम. सो मेरे पास बहुत टाइम होता था, तो मैंने बोला यार ये मैं वैसे ही कम काम कर पा रहा हूँ क्योंकि उस तरह का रोल मिल नहीं रहा है, तो ये जो मैं टाइम पास कर रहा हूँ लाइफ में तो कुछ करना चाहिए. तो एक दिन रात को मैं विशाल जी का इंटरव्यू देख रहा था. विशाल जी मेरे बहुत प्रिय हैं. आई रियली लव दैट मैन. आई रिस्पेक्ट हिम, अडोर हिम एज माय मेंटर, माय गुरु. तो विशाल जी का एक पुराना, ये कमीने करने के बाद की बात है, मैं ऐसे ही रात को एक इंटरव्यू देख रहा था. मतलब विशाल जी, Saeed Naqvi was the interviewer, I remember very, and he asked him a question. He said, विशाल आप तो म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर हैं, तो आप डायरेक्टर क्यों बने? मैं भी देख रहा हूँ भाई, हाँ क्यों बने भाई? तो उन्होंने बोला कि he made marches, Satya, he made some memorable music, but the work, the kind of work he wanted to do was not coming his way. So what Vishal ji knew was, he didn't give up or he said, didn't get bitter or anything. What he did, he turned the thing and he said, okay, I'll write something where I can create the music for
Oh
it.
my God.
And that opened my eyes.
Yeah.
And that was my metamorphosis. I said, okay, I've been in theater for so many years. I can write, create things, because I've been creating stuff on stage. And one of the reasons I started directing on stage, because again, I wanted to create opportunities for myself and many others like me. And I started producing, directing my own plays. And I did 4 productions with many actors who are very busy nowadays, who are doing very well for themselves. So we all did play together. So I said, okay, this is something I want to do. I don't want to just sit at home and feel not used or wait for opportunities. And this is a good space to be in, and this is a good way to keep yourself busy and learn. And then I started watching cinema, a lot of cinema. And उस time पे कैसा था? This is 2010-11. So there were no OTTs, so you have to get it on a drive and a pen drive. तो मैं उस time पे फिर वो the Boardwalk Empire में वो फिर से देख रहा था. Boardwalk Empire देखा, Breaking Bad और ये और Game of Thrones, ये सब देखना शुरू किया. और सारा मेरे एक दोस्त है प्रिंस, उसने मेरे को पूरा लिस्ट दिया ड्राइव पे, सब फिल्म, वुडी एलन सीरीज, किस्लोस्की सीरीज, रोमन पोलेंस्की सीरीज, सारी फिल्में, तारकोव्स्की, यू नो, गस वान सांट हो और अपना वुडी एलन हो, कुरोसावा, एग्नेस वार्दा, ट्रूफो, गोडार्ड, पासोलिनी, फेलिनी, रे, घटक, तपन सिन्हा. तो ये पूरा फिल्म का डायरेक्टरी I just started exhaustively watching.
Wow.
And just started watching. Day and night I used to just watch films because I had a lot of time. So उठता था, अपना खाना बनाता था, खाना वाना खाता था,
लगा दिया,
दोपहर को एक फिल्म देखता था, फिर शाम को इधर थोड़ा मस्ती करी, पार्टी वार्टी करी, फिर रात को एक फिल्म देखता था, सुबह तक देखता था 2 फिल्में, 1 फिल्म, ऐसे करके फिर सारे खत्म करने थे ना. फिर एक और मेरा बहुत फेवरेट फिल्म में उस टाइम बना था, उसका नाम है अमीर कुस्तुरिका.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's very good.
है ना? Cat on the Hot Tin Roof and
Black Cat, White Cat.
Yeah. Underground. अमीर कुस्तुरिका की फिल्म देखी ना, मेरा दिमाग उड़ गया. मैंने ये क्या हो रहा है? तो इनफैक्ट somebody saw my film Suzy Q at Calcutta Film Festival. He said he reminded him faintly of Kusturica's film.
Oh wow.
Which is it's a big thing. So Kusturica was someone I really got. So all these films when I was watching, I was like sort of constantly nourishing myself with cinema and great art and books and everything. तो तब मैंने लिखना शुरू किया और मैंने एक कहानी लिखनी शुरू की, शॉर्ट फिल्म्स.
हिरोशिमा was your first.
हिरोशिमा मैंने बनाई. मैंने विशाल जी को दिखाई, इम्तियाज़ अली को दिखाई, दोनों को बहुत पसंद आई फिल्म. तो बोला चलो सही है. ये सब करने के बाद 2-3 साल बाद मैंने पहली शॉर्ट फिल्म बनाई, साइलेंट. वो अभी भी आप लोग यूट्यूब पे देख सकते हैं.
Hiroshima is out?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
And it was a 6-minute short film I produced with my own money. We went to Alibag to shoot it.
We'll post the link in the description.
Yeah. And that sort of, and I went back to Vishal ji. ऐसे सर आपने जो कहा था वो मैंने फॉलो किया. बोले जैसे सर आपने कुछ इंटरव्यू दिया था तो वहाँ से मेरा दिमाग खुला था और मैं फिर 2-3 साल लगे, लेकिन मैंने ये शॉर्ट फिल्म बनाई. आई रियली वांट यू टू सी इट. So he saw the film and he said yeah, it's good. You have germs. You have the germs. फिर मैं वहाँ से मुझे
Short films.
फिल्म्स लिखना बनाना. Then I made another short film called 35mm with Neeraj Kabi and Priyanka Bose. वो अभी तक आई नहीं.
For which I did social media for you.
Where you did social media. And then I made another film called Azad, which is on Sony Live. Then I made another film called So Sicily, which is yet to be out. We went to a lot of, we shot it on an iPhone in 2017.
I've seen it. Jay showed it.
I'm sure you've seen it. So me and Jay, we co-directed it, my friend Jay Sharma.
Yeah.
And Archit Patel, he shot it. 3 of us, we went to Italy for a month. And just 3 of us. I was acting, writing, directing with Jay.
What fun.
And just one cameraman, one actor, and there's another actor of mine, Meera Majumdar. She's a German Bengali actor. She came from Munich. So this has been an experience since 2012 to 2000 till now. Graduated from making all these short films to
feature films.
I wrote some films for other people also, my friends. There's a film I wrote called Darbadar, for a friend of mine called Rohit Khetan, which I acted in, I wrote, and he produced it and directed it. And then ऐसे करते करते मैंने सूजी क्यों लिखी, फिर प्लेबैक सिंगर. मैंने बहुत साल पहले प्लेबैक सिंगर सोचना शुरू किया था. मेरा एक दोस्त है श्वेताब वर्मा. श्वेताब वर्मा के साथ ये मैंने आइडिया सोचा था कि फीचर फिल्म. और तब उस फिल्म का नाम कुछ और था. उस फिल्म का नाम मैंने RAC या ऐसा कुछ नाम था. तो मैं चाहता था श्वेताब डायरेक्ट करे, मैं लिखूँ, एक्ट करूँ. But then life gets busy and Shwetab got busy and he's still, I'm in touch with him, but then he's a big ad filmmaker now. He's but that story, little idea stayed with me. And I kept developing it for almost 7 years. I kept working at it.
Nice.
And finally now it's done.
Yeah, I'm dying to watch it.
Yeah. So it's a very beautiful journey of being an artist. And when you realize, like, not everything has to be gotten or everything has to be
served to you,
or there is a way and there is a process and why it is the way it is. Because the divine power, he wants you to improve. He wants you to prepare you for something you are not aware. तो अगर आप, जैसे हम बांग्ला में बोलते हैं कि हाथ खा लिया, हाथ छाड़ा हो ना. हाथ छाड़ा मतलब आप छोड़ मत दो. अरे यार नहीं हो रहा है मेरे से, तो नहीं.
Keep doing something.
मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, हताश हो गया, मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, मेरे साथ क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. इन सब इमोशन में आप अपने आप को, अगर मैं फंसा लेता अपने आप को, तो मेरी जर्नी कहाँ चली जाती. और मैं कहीं, मीरा रोड स्टेशन भी होता के बाद, मीरा रोड स्टेशन भी मैं कहीं बैठ के एक्टिंग करेगा, एक्टिंग कर रहे, मैं बताता हूँ एक्टिंग क्या होती है. अरे यहीं पे, यहीं मैं ऐसा किया, ऐसे डीमन की तरह आप बन जाते हो. बिकॉज इट्स ऑल योर years of those emotions and rejections. There is either you become a slave of it and you घुटो with it and become and destroy yourself with that, or you think what can I do, what can I do. तो वो लकीली उस दिन ऊपर वाले का आशीर्वाद था कि मैं उस रात को जब मैंने विशाल जी का इंटरव्यू देखा, मेरे को एक रास्ता मिला. Because I was open to it.
You said something interesting. That's exactly my journey with the podcast also. Because
I'm very happy you're doing this.
Yeah, कर रहे हैं, काम तो चल ही रहा है, doing, but something for myself.
I think anybody who's watching this also should ask yourself why you doing what you're doing, right? And अगर आप शायद आप जैसे लोग स्टार्टअप करते हैं, मैं तो जब मैं पहला दिन स्टेज पे उतरा तो मुझे मजा आ रहा था कि मुझे नाटक करना है यार, मुझे एक्टिंग करनी है. ये थोड़ा ना था मैं एक्टिंग करके घर खरीद लूंगा, गाड़ियां खरीद लूंगा, 10 गाड़ी होंगे, ऐसा कर दूंगा, वैसे. ये तो दिमाग में कोई था ही नहीं. तो अब क्यों? What is the original first day you always as an artist, anybody or whosoever, आप बस सोचिए कि आप पहले दिन क्या सोच के आप उतरे थे. क्या आप अभी भी वो कर रहे हैं?
ऑथेंटिसिटी.
अगर आप वो नहीं कर रहे तो आपको परफॉर्मेंस फ्रेश हो ही नहीं सकता. तो ये सब जो चीजें हैं ये आपको फ्रेश रखता है ना. कि मतलब मैं ज्ञान नहीं दे रहा हूँ, ज्ञान ना समझे आप इस बात को, मैं अपना एक्सपीरियंस बता रहा हूँ. आप जो आपका मन है आप करें, बिल्कुल करें. ऐसा कुछ मैंने लाइफ में उखाड़ नहीं लिया कि मैं बता रहा हूँ देखिए ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. मैं जस्ट बता रहा हूँ मेरा एक्सपीरियंस कि आई थिंक बी ओपन एंड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर व्हाई यू started your first step was what? Why you
Because I
doing?
wanted to like tell stories, right?
Yeah.
So and then if I'm not getting to tell stories, then I am finding new ways, because our conversations with you, even the first podcast I did with Chonso and Ram on Zakir, these are the stories, these were our living room conversations, and I felt that these conversations need to be,
हाँ,
you know,
10 लोग
a
देखेंगे.
little bit more than living room
Yeah.
conversations,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're very interesting
Yeah.
ideas being
Yeah,
exchanged.
I think you
and,
have to. This is what I learned from my guru Tim Suppel, who was my mentor, and who sort of taught me new ways of acting. Was this only like you have to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
You have to live in the unknown. अभी जैसे मैं ये कर रहा हूँ ना, अभी मैं बस यही कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
अभी मैं आगे के बारे में नहीं सोच रहा हूँ कि क्या होगा अभी आगे.
कितने व्यूज मिलेंगे.
हाँ, वो तो बहुत आगे की बात है. मतलब अभी चाय पीने का टाइम. हाँ, या वो नहीं सोच रहा हूँ. क्योंकि अगर मैं जो आपको बता रहा हूँ मन से बता रहा हूँ.
करेक्ट.
अगर मैं मन से आपको नहीं बता रहा हूँ, लग रहा है ना?
नहीं, of course. And
लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है?
I also, since having known you, I knew that it will be like a fabulous.
No, it has to, like, if I'm connecting with you. I'm connected with you. I'm telling you what I want to say. और मैं गिने चुने अपने रिकॉर्डेड जवाब देखे तो वैसे ही है.
चलो, let's do a rapid fire.
हाँ, सब कुछ हो गया. जिंदगी की बात ही हो गई अभी. रैपिड फायर. चलो.
रैपिड फायर में और भी आएगा.
गोलियां.
रेडी?
हाँ.
स्टेज और स्क्रीन?
स्क्रीन.
फेम और एनोनिमिटी?
फेम.
कंट्रोल और सरेंडर?
सरेंडर.
A role you envy, wish you had got. काश
From
मैंने किया.
all these years, wish I'd got. Maqbool, I would have loved to do a role like Maqbool. Yeah.
A role you regret?
Role I regret.
Don't be politically correct.
मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है. नहीं इतना.
No? You don't regret anything?
No regrets. विवेकानंद ने बोला था.
I think we have
completed
everything.
Yay,
Thank you
first episode.
so much. Thank you so much
Inauguration हो
for
गया.
being a part of Soiree by Archana. It's
Soiree क्या?
Soiree by Archana.
Soiree by Archana.
It's a part
on the Topiary Studio.
So topiaries are those plant sculptures you see in gardens.
अच्छा.
जो sculptures बनते हैं.
Like bonda है?
Not bond, the जो gardens में होते हैं ना, बतख के शेप में एक प्लांट है.
ऐसे क्यों चली गई?
ऐसे सब होता है. So वो is a topiary. So the tagline is sculpting stories, and topiaries are like a living being, like living art, right? Because it's plants and you have to prune it to make it into a sculpture. So that is the idea.
So yeah, super. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
You want to add anything?
No, I just want to add. तो कुछ है, सब तो बोल दिया बहुत सारा. But देखते रहिए, मुझे भी और इनको भी. ये इनकी नई जर्नी है.
Thank you.
अर्चना अय्यर.
Thank you.
और आज इनका पहला एपिसोड है. Thank you for having me and made riches many in the world over the years.
Yeah, I think it will be a good space.
There will be a lot of divine blessing we need.
And we'll do one more.
We'll do when those films will come. We'll do
Yeah.
Just the film thing.
Yeah. Just chat.
तब प्यार हो जाएगा.
Make a note. Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you.